Hey, we're back, kind of like the season opener of opening up this lake property, kind of like opening up the cottage for the summer. We're just going to do some cleanup, but we're also going to build a little mud kitchen for our son, and that's something we should have done a long time ago. Finally going to get to that today while it's still kind of ugly out and all leaves on the trees, and just have it ready so that it can be used all summer.
We're also going to connect these docks and install the lake pump so that we can have running water for the kitchenette and for the mud kitchen.
We've been kind of putting off building a mud kitchen here. We've been working on other stuff, building a deck, building a glamping dome, and just really setting this place up for glamping. Kind of neglected making some fun, simple things like this. The neighbor had some cutoffs that he gave us for free, so we're gonna start with that and then see what other kind of scraps I have. And we're just gonna kind of slam it together and make it really simple. We also got this sink from a reuse center for pretty cheap, as well as a bunch of utensils and stuff to play with. We also got this faucet from IKEA. It was actually scratch and dent, so 29 bucks plus an extra 25% off for family members, and you know we're family. These are planks I got from my neighbor, so they're a bit longer, and then these I had as cutoffs from building a deck. And then I have these that I'm going to use for the legs. This is the bottom shelf and the top. You gonna help me build this?
Yeah.
Doing everything today with a skill saw, or a circular saw. You can build something with just this.
So this is just built using reclaimed lumber and cut off scraps from other projects, but you can make this with all new treated lumber wood for around 85 Canadian or around 60 US. If you look on Marketplace, you can often see someone giving away or selling a little pile of leftovers from a deck project or something, so it's totally worth looking around. I do often see these metal sinks for free. People renovating their kitchen or upgrading their sink will leave these by the road or put them on Marketplace for free, but I didn't find one in time. But I did find this one for 20 bucks, and it looks new, so I'm happy with it. I'm just building this in a way that maximizes the wood I have. I'm measuring some things, but I'm using the wood as a guide as much as possible, which really reduces errors.
Higher.
Too top.
How high can the kitchen be?
I made some plans of how to build this, optimizing regular lumber, and you can download those for free for the first 7 days after uploading this video. And if you're coming to this video after 7 days, just know you should subscribe because this will happen again and you don't want to miss out on free plans.
I love when things just like fit perfectly. These are just scraps. Not only are they straight, but they fit perfectly right here. Crazy. I just gotta screw them in. Okay, so we were gonna put the sink like this originally. Can you stand there? Can you reach over here? Oh, so hard to reach. Okay. And then we were thinking, what if we put it like this? Actually more like this. Just put the faucet right here, and then wash your fingers. And bump this up. And how ideal would it be if these boards happen to fit, and they fit perfect, and it's crazy. It's a faucet. Look inside. That's for you. We're gonna put that in your little kitchen, right here. And then you could turn it on and off as much as you want. And this comes with a little hose connector, so you can connect a hose to it.
Can make it now?
Make it now. You're very excited. I'm glad you're excited, but it's gonna take a little bit of time. I have to do some more cuts. So even without good tools and just like basic tools, you can do all of this. Don't measure everything. Just measure one board once it fits. Use it as a template, and then you have your measurement. And you don't need a miter saw for this. You can just use a speed square. It's got this lip, and then you just put that lip up against it, and then you run your blade right up to that line and hold this tight and just use that as a guide, and you'll get straight cuts every time. This is the deck that I made last year for the sauna, and I used camo hidden fasteners for this, and they looked really great. So I'm gonna try to use that for this outdoor kitchenette. So I will screw these down, but I don't have the camo jig or the screws. Just do this for now. It fits, it's not gonna fall out, and I'll trim some pieces for this. The faucet will go here, and then we can plumb this up, and it's gonna be awesome. So I just screwed this support, and I know it's kind of deceiving. That's just to support those little pieces there, and then later I'll actually screw it with the real camo fasteners. Success! Got the sink in, built a structure, and got a little shelf underneath to store just like pots and pans and stuff like that. Next step is to put in the faucet, and I've got this brand new one, super shiny, but we've actually been using one of these faucets in our outdoor kitchen, and it's, you know, a couple years old, so it's a little grimy. So I'm just gonna actually take this one out, refresh the one that we use every day for washing dishes, and then the mud kitchen can get the older one. I think that's fair. Hopefully that's centered. That looks it. These are the worst drill bits. I mean, you get a whole bunch for the price of one, really. I've got them on. Are they coming through? Soon? Okay. Not too heavy?
We just have to remember to turn these all over when we leave so that they don't collect water.
All right, we did not plumb up the sink yet, and our son is going to bed, so I'm just going to launch these docks. We left these in the ice all winter long, and unfortunately the high water in the spring means that the anchors are really tight and I can't actually swing the docks around fully, so I've got to somehow get on this dock over here and loosen the chains before I can bolt up the dock. Fortunately, I was able to pull the dock close enough to jump on it and loosen the chains, and then now we can pin the dock together. Tomorrow I'll risk the cold water and drop in the pump, and then we'll be ready to run a hose to the faucet. The nights are still cold here, so we still get to use the wood stove. It's a nice way to wake up, and it heats our breakfast, which is nice. It's so cozy in here. We're in no hurry to leave now that we have a big window and a fire.
I brought back the camo jig to finish this up, and we're gonna plumb up the water today. It's already getting tons of use though. It's just full of gravel and dirt and sand, and I love that. It's awesome. That's what we want. I'm just gonna sand down the top here. Just sanding that down just to break the edge off a little bit. Once all the way down, you let go. Look at that. Hopefully it still fits. Looks great. Now we just need to hook up water. I want to show you something with that. Come here. We just pump water from the lake and I'll show you that. That's over here. There's like a ball out there. That runs up here to the hot tub. That's its kind of primary function. And that's all set up on a timer, but last year we also set it up with this switch down here and a pressure pump so that we could get water to the kitchenette. So when pressure drops and you open a faucet, the pressure pump turns on and it also turns on the lake pump. And we can also manually just turn on the lake pump to fill the hot tub. The bonus kind of hack to all this is that everything is still kind of on the same timer as the hot tub. So the hot tub fills up and then automatically turns off the pump at about 45 minutes or so. So if something were to happen and then one of these hoses broke or we left a faucet on, it would only run for 45 minutes and then the whole system would turn off. So we kind of have some built-in safety measures, but when we leave, we always just turn this off to 0 anyways. And then that way we just, peace of mind. There's no power running anywhere. And the battery is just charging with solar and ready to go next time. This just goes to the actual kitchenette, but because there's a union here, we decided to put the mud kitchen right here, and then we can just connect a hose and it'll work. If you don't want to plummet to domestic water or a lake pump situation like I've got going on, you can always use one of these battery operated pumps. These are about $20, available kind of anywhere. I'll link to one like this on Amazon that's been working pretty well for us.
This is the best. Unlimited solar powered water. We did throttle the water to extend the play and to limit the mud a little bit. I'm sure you've seen other kids' play kitchens that have a backsplash, so you can hang pots and pans, etc. It kind of looks more like a real kitchen, but I intentionally made this flat to promote crossplay across the table and encourage communication and just play with other kids. It's totally not my idea to do this, but I like it.